Ooh. But we'll see how this works out. I don't think recording is going to do me any good though. We'll see. Why am I not? Why? Push it all. Okay. We might be. Like this, adjust that, like so. Calibrate. Awesome. I'll just move myself over here.
Nice.
Alright. I'm ready if all y'all are ready. What am I doing in Gabaro? I don't know, actually. Oh yeah, I was doing Clara's companion class. That's what I was doing. That's why I'm here. Okay. Real quick, actually, I'm gonna go to the conclusion of that because I forgot. Also, I may or may not have already seen some of the stuff because you can tell I have my I've already looked through the warp and stuff. Oh, I didn't collect this yet though. One of the goals is to get enough for a 10 pull. I am currently at 0 pity. So hard pity for a guaranteed 5-star is definitely going to be words that fail me again. What am I doing again? Balls. Anyway. Anyway, what's this? Oh yeah, all this. There was something to collect somewhere. Let's see. Actually, I think it might have been here. Trailblazing mission, which we will start in a moment. Got that. I've actually already done this because I was super curious. I probably could have done that on main, but I didn't. The team was a little too OP for Casterus's passive to take effect, so there was that. We gotta do Simu at some point. Andy, Divergent, you. This shouldn't take too long either, but I think we'll do some story first and then get back to this. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, whatever. Let me think a bit. Thinking. Okay, shop. I think of the shop. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first got here, check this out. This is really cool format, by the way. I had not realized that under Exchange Shop, that the Embers Exchange was actually its own tab here. And I'm like, where did the Embers go? So I was confused for like 10 minutes, maybe. I also have not yet... Okay, so I haven't... Well, this I'm not doing anyway, because I'm broke. So we're not doing that. Is it culture? No. Convergence? Maybe? I can tell you right now, there's light cones I will definitely try. I will definitely save up for. Now that I can get them. Bronyas. I'd like to get 2 of Bronyas. Because I can also use it for Sunday, I believe. And it will work really well. At least that's what I was told. So I'm gonna get 2 of Bronya's light cones. One will be going to Bronya, the other will be going to Sunday. I don't have Ronmei, I don't have Huion, I don't have Blade or Locha. How many add-ons of certain 5 stars do I have, by the way? Because that's going to depend on how I change my standard banner, yeah? Of course, the Trailblazer has all of theirs. Adventure, no. Iolu, no. On my other, she is a 2 E2. Clara, only one. Only one, only one, only one. We need to pull 2 more for Don Han, it looks like. Battle for Merge. Yanqing. I think he's E1 on my other. I got E1 Himiko. I think I might want to try pulling for the rest of her Eidolons over time, so leave her. Jingliu. Using her ultimate or enhance or crit damage increase. Oh, I should definitely get E1 at some point. Yeah. Facial. Mighty. Somehow I didn't pull Mosaic more than 3 extra times. Mr. Wiltian. Depart. Now drop the same ones. What are my other 5 stars? Bronya. She is E1. E2 means that. No, not E2. Was it E6? No. Any other guys is basic. Oh, okay, yeah. E4 is what you want for Bronya. Okay. And then Dr. Ratio, who was making a yeah. Those are all the 5 stars I own. Also, the last time I had gotten 1 character on both accounts was probably back when I got Aventurine. I don't think that's happened again since. No, it hasn't. I mean, unless you want to count Shepard, but I got him early game in my main, which was very super lucky thinking back on it. And I did start building Mighty, so that's fun. Did I ever get your relics, dude? Yes and no. Let's see, what do I got? I think this one is defense, so I don't want that. Was it defense? Yeah, unfortunately it is. You definitely don't want to increase his defense because it's not gonna matter after the fact. What I think I'll do right now, actually, or maybe a little later, I suppose. I'm gonna go to, well, it's not a calyx. Corrosion? Corridor corrosion? Whatever it was. I'll do some of those and see if I can't get the ones that don't involve defense. And then definitely want imaginary boost. Definitely want another fun stuff. I don't know how else I'm building him at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. But in the meantime, in the meanest of meantimes, So I can't get rid of these until they actually go there. Alright. Also, I'm assuming you guys might have seen it already. But with the moment you first load up the game after the update, this really super cool animation of Castorus starts. And it's actually pretty cool. Actually, I think I can pull it up. Hold up. I saw someone do this on accident. Yeah. This is what it is. And it's probably a good... okay, I guess skip it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. There. Oh shit, if that's gonna happen, damn it. Okay, oh boy, okay, give me one very important moment. Okay, this, okay, so 60 frames, 30 frames, unfortunately doesn't make a difference here. Rendering. What about rendering? Let's do a 0.8. Although this does give me a good way to test out cutscenes now. Alright, let's see how this works. Okay, that's gonna do the same. Okay, so that's still gonna do that. I'm having thoughts. Hang on. Thoughts are thoughting. Give me a moment. Give me just one moment. I'm trying something. I just closed out one. Oh, that's gonna be better. I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna close out Spotify real quick. Everything else I can't remove. Because I need it running. Okay. Okay. That's not bad now. There is a little bit of the audio doing a thing, but it's not nearly as bad now. That is so effing awesome. That is just so awesome. Okay. But considering I have this cutscene, I can actually freaking play around with settings and figure out what'll work and what won't. Okay, let's 0.06. Let us... shadow quality. We'll turn shadows off, actually. Very low on the reflection. Well, that's as low as you can go. We'll do very low... no, actually... keep that low, though. Special effects, we'll keep that as is. I don't think that affects it much. Bloom effects, I don't think, maybe. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Alright, we see how this works. Alright, so it's still going to have those issues. Okay, that's got better. I think I can be okay with this, actually. I think I can be okay with that. I think I can be okay with that. Or do I not? Do I not? Do I? Honestly, even if I don't get Castorus, I'd be happy getting an Exa too, to be fair. At the end of the day, I'm a casual player. I just have fun. Ha 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 ha. Alright. I'm done. I am done. Onward to the story recap! While everyone was awaiting the demigod of strife to emerge from the trial, something unexpected happens. The Trailblazing squad immediately follows Mighty into a trial and rescues Huion, who is trapped inside. Just as everyone breathes a sigh of relief, a new problem arises. Mighty had to shoulder the burden of strife, but the Kremnonians would never willingly give up the core flame to their old foe, Gama. In an attempt to gain a better understanding, he decides to first seek advice from his teacher, Kratos. I forgot how to pronounce his name. A veteran of Kremnos. The two part on bad terms. Meanwhile, Huion and Castorus are dispatched to the Grove of Epiphany as diplomatic envoys of Okama. When they arrive, they discover to their surprise that the Black Tide has struck, and they fight a mysterious swordmaster. In the end, they manage to rescue Anaxa and the core flame that he carries. While everyone was on their way back, within the city of Okama, Krita is arrested for abducting Trinon and trespassing on forbidden grounds. Under Mighty's mediation, Tridi and her sisters agreed to reveal their memories in order to validate the reconciliation between Kremnonians and Okamans. Can I be sad again? I'm sad again! No! Unexpectedly, just as Tridi and her sisters are about to meet the Time Titan Oronyx and repair their memories, they encounter a mysterious swordsmaster yet again. Huion sacrifices herself and falls with the Titan to protect her companions. In order to take back the core flame, everyone set up a plan to seal the swordmaster. That is a very, very amazing picture, by the way. The plan suffers multiple setbacks, but Mighty returns as the demigod of strife and helps everyone reclaim the core flame. Not long after, he successfully persuades his people to let go of their prejudices against Okama. He says goodbye to everyone and returns home to join the front line against the Black Tide. And sad again. On the other side, everyone holds a simple funeral for Huion, who exhausted her divine powers and turned into a doll. Having accepted Huion's last wish, the group continues on the path of the Flame Chase journey. Let's go! Let's go, let's go, let's go! So like I said, we'll work a little bit on the story. And then we're gonna do the little fun thing. The little thingy-majiggy. That's actually in the party car. I may or may not have been playing around with it, honestly. I tickled.
It's still early. Where to now?
Oh, goodness. Okay. At third thoughts. Put this back on one. Ribios's memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. Only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness era Nova. If I take on Oronyx's trial, will the prophecy come to pass when he is well? Regardless, I must give Aglaya an answer. Some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Mood.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Huion were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
Alright, erudition. Use.
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
Why does it sound like it would be?
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas.
I'm guessing they got their asses handed to them.
May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Ooh, a nickname? Do tell.
A Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the cool flame.
Okay.
However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Jeez.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
What?
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility.
Another possibility, Casters?
Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
Why does that feel like wishful thinking?
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Oronyx's trial?
We are ready, Mem and me. I'm still on the fence.
I understand. It was the sacred beast's idea, after all. However, it warrants careful consideration, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
To a secret beast.
Surrendering the cool flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Oronyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
No pressure. Are you trying to talk me out of it? Is there a plan B?
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations.
How lovely.
There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Dark, that's a 5 out. Seems like a shot in the dark.
Mem.
Exactly. We can't have the civilians bear the risk, can we?
Mem.
You've come so far, and everyone is counting on you to be the hero. It's cold. As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Titan may be woeful at times, but they never caused us any harm. True. Myth has said that Oronyx could pose as mortals, but to me, I just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them, but the moment I saw her Oronyx's memories were already in my head. It's interesting.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
trust you to make the right call.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude.
Honeydew melon is really good, though.
When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
You need Aglaya for something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
I like reading too, it's fun. Can you tell me more about the book?
It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end.
I would assume so if you got swallowed by a dragon.
Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Hold up. Beep. Beep. Until I say so. There we go. What a dark story. Lessons have been easy for Cass to narrate this story so calmly.
The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting.
I wish I had that elegant handwriting. Mine is chicken scratch.
While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before.
Sounds nice.
It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind.
That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden.
Oh, not this again. March.
Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... Forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Oronyx's blessing.
We shall see, won't we? Oh boy. Don't think there's anything else to do here. Let's go back and talk to Don Hung.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
Didn't you hear? Citizens Assembly?
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
I should think of it. Good news, more trouble?
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akama better.
Whatever you say, Vinon. Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. And can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
That's okay. So Aglaya actually doesn't call the shots.
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
I'd be surprised if you could at that point. Just saying. Never once passed my sociology class. Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Purple University. Tell me more about the Citizens Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens Assembly at Dawncloud.
Okay.
During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
Okay. It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day.
That's good to know. I think.
The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner. But this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
I'm looking and I think that might be... Oh, because I have be. Hold up. I'm hearing how loud it is on my ends. Let's see real quick. Yes, it is. Oh, goodness. That. I think that might actually be better.
Me?
Wait, what? Wait, what? What happened? What'd I click? Shit. Okay, fuck. An interesting train of thought, but the Council of Elder. I'm gonna have to look at my other one later to see what the heck I just did. God damn it.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa.
Anaxa.
Aglaya will surely take back Circe's core flame. But with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time.
You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect towards the Council of Elders.
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akuma. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
Are we getting your backstory? We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. G and Mem are tied with the Oronyx trial while I'm preparing to visit the grove to uncover clues of the world beyond the sky. Let's just take things one step at a time. I just want to rest right now. None of those things seem like they're... Excuse me. None of those things... None of those things seem like they're going to be easy to deal with. One word three. Let me say one step at a time.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Oronyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest
I don't know if that means
and regain
anything,
your strength.
but okay.
We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Democratic politics have always fascinated citizens of different city-states and emporios. When Okama was first established, its democracy was limited to privileged minority. However, through ongoing reforms, the Okaman Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Okama's governance into a democracy for all, where the Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. It's important to note that as the Black Tide draws near and citizens from other city-states join Okama's political life, the precious rights of Okama's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with Okaman Citizens' Assembly system grew even louder. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's development, rather than the cause of development. For democracy to be productive, it must appoint different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. In other words, Okama's Citizens' Assembly system will continue to evolve as this book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses on only the current Okama Citizens Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Citizenship and citizenship policies of Okama. Before examining a common citizens' assembly, operational mechanisms, and core functions in depth, we must first address the matter of citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Okama. The elders have once noted that Okama is a collective of free citizens, due to substantial power citizens possess. Citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure a citizen's rights. Discussions on the recognition of the naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leader, the Skyos heirs, and the Council of Elders. As more Florian city-states fell over time, as the black tide grew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenship rights in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. This is actually a pretty long read. That's a lot, actually. Quick read. Oh boy. Did I collect the fragments from here yet? I have not. Okay. Okay. Thought it was inside. Feels like it's just a corner. It's starting to make me feel nervous. It's not that soon. There's still a few more days until then. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I feel like sitting duck that has been thrown into the deep ends. I'm gonna say 3 because really. Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any rubber duck toys in the baths of Okama. It seems like they only have these seals. Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. Hahaha, funny. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Don Hung. We have also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition on the Glorious is about to begin. A few days later, at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Oronyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
I'm as ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Keep butchering.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Oronyx's divinity, Trailblazer. the divine position of Oronyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
No pressure. Absolutely no pressure. Let's begin.
The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great veil of Evernight, Oronyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysosaurs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles.
Does anyone else kind of want to boop Mem's nose? I kind of do now.
Who? Mem. Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us.
Here we go.
O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
I don't think I have gold blood.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus.
Sorry. I joke when I'm nervous.
And surrender the core flame.
Oopsie. Oh, that's why it's so loud. Hold up. Oh, we'll see how that looks. Click and hold to submit the core flame. Block.
Oronyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
I love all of you. That doesn't seem appropriate for the current mood. So let's leave our farewells for next time.
Don't worry, you're tougher than I am, right?
Let's go. Then we're gone.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysosaurs. She will definitely succeed.
I love the vote of confidence, thanks.
while she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak. I'm listening.
I wonder what he has to tell her.
Slap, slap! Wake up!
You're talking proper completely now? Hello, ma'am.
How is it? How do you feel?
We're able to talk.
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations.
I'm gonna boop their nose.
Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother. Mother. It hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Oronyx. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Kind of.
Memories broken. Mother, where?
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
I'd like to know that too. I'm scared of cutscenes.
It's you. I remember you. Skyfather has gazed upon you.
Who is Skyfather? Okay.
Mother is calling for you.
Does Skyfather refer to Fuli? Titan blurs are indistinct, VTuber emerging from the mist that be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Skyfather has chosen you.
Who is your mother? Majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance, reflecting and returning to your ears as an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding.
It just started and I'm already crying. We've come to you because of something important.
Something important. An important matter.
Oronyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Oronyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
makes me sad.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something.
What do I lack?
Just one thing.
Lacking something. What is it?
What you lack
Is it gonna be my past
is
or future?
a future.
I don't have a future?
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already.
Is it because of the Stellarod?
The gaze from the Sky Father stabilized your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
What?
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
Am I a me now? Do you mean that I'm already dead? Damn.
The space is collapsing. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse. And Boreas will succumb to eternal disorder.
Oh, shit.
Time never compromises, never bears grudges, never forgives, never makes a choice.
Dead?
Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Oronyx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Pathstrider of remembrance, my strength, I shall entrust it to you. The fate of the world, if you wish to, save it. Go and find your future that has been stolen.
For my future, I can get it back.
Even if that means you'll have to cheat death.
I feel like I've been doing that this whole time, though. I mean, I did get stabbed back in Gorilla, so, you know. Just saying.
Have to challenge that hand of shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
before the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. This is the true trial of time. Oh, Shita! Holy! Holy! Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh, duh. You're finally awake. I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Oronyx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Emporius. However, Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They are still explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first. Don't sigh down, Hong. Something that I've never told you. When we landed on Emporius, our car was pierced by Nikador's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss? This is what I said. You passed out when the car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my accounts kinda made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. Danon, you were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then I was also hit by a falling rock and lost my consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. But when I regained consciousness, I saw you were alive and full of energy, so I never brought this up again. I think I know where we might be going. You were not unconscious by a rock. Do I want to make light of the situation or say, how did I come back to life? I'm gonna go with the nervous humor. That's beside the point. I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter, but according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now, just like those objects of the past and the miracles of Oronyx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite. What should we do next? It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Oronyx mentioned fighting your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there's some kind of miraculous power in Emporius that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her?
That's why Cash.
Thanatos
Oh my
is the
god, that's why
Titan that
Castor's
Cass has
system
always
doesn't
been
work on
looking
us,
for.
isn't it?
Regardless of whether there are any clues,
Because
there's
we're
probably no
already
one else
dead.
that understands death
Yeah.
better than her.
Ooh, that's something. That was one hell of a revelation, not gonna lie. Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosaurs already know everything that has happened to you.
I'm aware. I'm just gonna walk over there.
I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
I could never hate you.
Have you heard? Seems like all the rooms are... I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this.
Faith can dispel the black tide.
No, it can't. Let things load in real quick.
I still want to hear more. What are you folks going to do next?
Hang on. Some things are bothering me just a little bit. Medium here. Yeah. I think low quality for characters is fine. See how this works out real quick. You know, we can survive quite a few things in this game. But even I kind of wondered how we managed to survive what we managed.
More and more species.
Miss, I'm right here.
You hear soft footsteps coming closer, one step at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel you have seen this scene before. You want to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brushing past your face. Then, a chill slips through your skin, skirting into your veins. Bump, bump. Your heartbeat begins to slow. Get past your is a scare? Sorry from your vision, your senses grow more acute. Feel the presence of a purple sea. And then...
Please pardon me.
A subtle fragrance of unnamed flower fills your senses, its sweetness making you forget the need to breathe. You realize you are still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch dispersed as quickly as it came, and replacing it, the touch of fingertips and the tremble born of tradition that originated from a certain lanky arm. The quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, following a faint tickle.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Asterisk, you're shaking.
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky.
Honestly, same.
Never did I expect that this would be the true reason. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time. I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
Casters once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm somewhat this time. Did you discover something?
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon.
I'm still trying to wrap my head about this, by the way.
I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on.
Will do.
Amphorius needs you.
I'll do my best.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Huion are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
I mean, I'm here, technically.
Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax.
I love reading, thank you.
I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
I wonder where my soul is. Come to think of it.
More and more species are disappearing.
Back we go. frozen.
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
It feels quite cool being a departed spirit.
Well, at least you look no different from the living. I think
Except
that
the
most
sure.
living people don't even look as good as you do.
Aw, thanks, Dainon.
You've completed the trial of time, and I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the
That
end,
makes two of
that
us.
Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace.
Chasing death, huh?
Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope.
Glimmer of hope.
Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her. I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Thank you for your help.
It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart.
Lovely.
It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
Okay.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan.
What was his assessment? Oh, I don't think we actually
Otherwise,
heard it.
The efforts of my teacher and I of the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Every time she says great performer, I'm wondering if he is a part of the masked fools. They put on performances quite a bit themselves. Ooh, a Nexus POV. Sounds fun. Not long ago.
I'm back here again. I remember
remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Anthorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
I don't think they can actually talk.
Hand of
Alright.
Shadow. Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm? Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion. Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
These are all souls.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides.
Is it the black tide?
The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the Void world. A voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity,
Perseus?
is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency?
Yep.
Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
Why does that sound eerily familiar?
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
He has a point.
What about that white-haired student of yours? acting so recklessly? Do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
Definitely have mixed feelings when it comes to Anaxa.
You truly are a strict
Dear mother,
teacher.
granted me life.
Of course. This is how I've always been. Looks like it's not a bad time for a performance. All things are connected by origin, and are made.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Inexagaris.
Who in the heck are you?
It's been a while, Lord Inexagaris.
What in the hell are
On
you?
behalf of all the citizens of Akima, and express my deepest regret about what happened at the Grove of Epiphany.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revered Titan. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
You can see them too?
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the amplitude and frequency of souls.
I'm giving Teleron vibes.
Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar. If necessary, Lord Inexagaris, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Oronyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth she undoubtedly comprehends. While I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus. Lead the way.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertiveness in an ally. She's been waiting. Follow me, please. Is there something on your mind, Lord Anaxagoras?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
Ah, a pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
That again, I see.
While
read
all
again.
living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long path.
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
I feel like if he had, the world would have gone to ruin.
Yes, for dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of the gods' imminent fall.
Robin.
Perhaps the gods, in their arrogance, deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Skyfather as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that case, the myths crafted by the people of Amphorius are nothing more than pitiful jests.
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'd love to witness the fruits of your theory and the change it may bring to this imperiled world. Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end, any response from them would be impossible.
Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hang on. Hold up. Stop. Why are you like this? Also, why is there a hand? No. There is nothing else I can possibly close, by the way. These professors. Why is it a hand? Why is it a hand? At least there wasn't a lot of talking, but ugh, I am not looking forward to.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited.
All I can say is, sorry, please.
Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh, what a joyous occasion.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view. Delaying the crucial meeting is something none of us wish to see, I presume.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need to emphasize that.
As you wish. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
Oh, that reminds me, I have the VOD in the private mode right now. I have to go through it and fix it up.
I shall depart
And then
to
post it
explore
proper.
the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of humanity beyond the Grove perceive another Titan.
Off you go. I won't be joining you. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should investigate the Council of Elders' recent activities first.
Be aware, I can hear you perfectly well from here.
Hehehe. There is a lot of stuff to look at. Oh, hey, treasure! The golden liquid within the holy candle rises and falls, while the surrounding plants seem to sway gently in response to its rhythm. Nice.
Professor Anaxa! Over here! Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe and sound, thank the fates.
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Krymnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle for that gladly. So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line, even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black Tide?
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Oronyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student.
Being an opportunist could very well be a facet of wisdom.
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself? I've had enough of your prattling.
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions, so I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow shell of yours, just because you feel like death is fast approaching?
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed if that's what you truly think. I suppose I can just ignore this.
Wow. You know, I know it's huge, but damn. Wait, I think it's this way.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems.
Looks like my presence here is quite unwelcome.
Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
Well, someone's gotta survive and bullshit you out of this. Or into this.
As Kefali's priest,
I don't know.
are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being.
Supreme being. I already hate it.
Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago, who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of ways to deal with people like you.
Oh yes, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly? Could it be kindness?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than I had anticipated.
Maxa, what is it you are planning, my dude? What is it you are planning?
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation. As expected of one of Kefali's followers.
Okay, here we go. I should interact with it.
Are you praising or insulting him?
Yes.
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the god of deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible. Don't mutter to yourself like some sort of madman and disturb my meditation.
Not that it'll do you any good, old man.
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th
Puzzle?
entry hour arrive any faster?
Puzzle. Alright, how do we solve this one? It looks like you overlap. basic, but it's more here, 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 and here.
If Cersei saw this puzzle, they'd die from laughter. Go melt it down.
Attack. Break effects. See what this Leo has anything to say. Oh, let's see. Was come to visit my majestic self, a warrior from Wonderlings. Let's be good. A howling chimera, a little bumping seal. The Dromas could be a good choice. I like Mem the most. A lion who loves riddles? I feel like that one was kind of a gimmick, to be fair.
Oh, my. Could it be that the great tree painted in this mural is actually depicting me?
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Cersei's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
To answer your question, Cersei's, yeah, that's exactly how they pictured Vigio.
This mural is quite abstract.
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices interesting. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
A respect for the arts, I see.
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Schizophrenia?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawncloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind your actions?
I too would like to know.
The entire plan is stored in my memory, so why don't you look there?
Then don't mind if I do. 1 year old, 2 years old. Oh my! Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his droma stall to sleep? How interesting.
Oh.
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Since our days are both numbered, I don't mind telling you more about it.
You're cute.
This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
Aw.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akama?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere. I can't bear to look.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were ultimately futile.
This... Could this be the inception of your research into alchemy?
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of the Thesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of souls, right?
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is why I thought that, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Because I don't think it works that way.
Anaxa, you...
I did it, teacher!
But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven Sages.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day.
What do you mean?
It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely sacrificing one eye.
Whoa.
Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
Oh, let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down the wrong path without doing anything to stop it.
Boy, oh boy.
Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was able to see her one last time, I have no other desires. You're right, teacher. It's time for me to start a new life.
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then, what topic would you like to study?
I wish to continue Thalesis' research.
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, your efforts will likely be futile.
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever.
Yes, it hurts.
I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world upside down.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My
Honestly,
story
not sure
ends
what
here.
he's thinking.
Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all, this is what equivalent exchange means, correct?
As expected, you laid a trap for me to step into. Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past, I may not know more about it than you do.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to be sorely disappointed by this.
Oh, now
Child
I
of
find my
humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Blip.
Is that so?
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but time is of the essence. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival. So please depart forthwith.
Right back. Button.
carefully. The one who created the world, and the one who bears the world. If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who defy you?
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there—
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Interesting. Oh, fudge you! You are now my least favorite bug thing here.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
I'm just gonna walk so I could hear everything and not get cut off.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs. And it is such collisions that lead to
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Whatever you say. Cranky. We'll do proper exploration later.
Welcome to the Demigod Council, esteemed guests.
Lord Anaxagoras, oh, I've heard so much about you.
What's that thing? The cube.
Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the Grove Calamity.
The Grove Calamity, huh?
Did I miss anything? Well, if so, please be so kind as to enlighten me.
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste any effort introducing myself again.
Water.
But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm hospitality by treating them to fine wine and a cozy bed. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench of avarice and blood.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is more than adequate to accomplish our perilous endeavor.
So, you wish to start a war?
War.
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to.
Yep. I hate them. I definitely hate them.
As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of the masses. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation, you have indeed given us a glimmer of hope.
Sure. I'm sure. No, seriously, what is that cube? I have my priorities straight, I promise.
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying before you retired your cleaners.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, you were on the side of the Chrysos heirs. But now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. As you know, these walls have ears. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles.
Empedocles.
Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
Space Fingerprint.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters. Just like how there are two types of people in this world. Geniuses and dimwits.
Dimwits. I'm gonna see if I can't adjust the settings real quick. Oh, I didn't even realize I got an achievement. Your mother, you granted me life. Be here. Let's try just low. The preset this time. Right. Okay.
Welcome back to the hub of the Demigod Council, Lord Anaxagoras. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure because they refused to defend their actions. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in
No,
centuries.
for real. What is this cube? I
In
wanna know.
15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as the
It's all
final
15.
turning point
It's
in
always
Akama's
15
history.
right now. 15 days to find my soul, apparently. 15 days until this. There's a lot happening.
May the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife, or trickery.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly with the date of your demise. Could such a coincidence truly exist?
I don't think normally, but definitely in writing.
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have, as expected of the hero who dared to stand up to the Gold Weaver.
As expected, she misunderstands you.
That's probably for the best.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience with such superfluous formalities.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden Thread?
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a rational manner.
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support me as much as possible.
While I'm live.
Naturally, this includes the
at
guards
this point,
as well.
There is no way for me to lower the graphics on OBS any further. Or like to lower anything else on OBS because that's as low as it can go, first of all.
You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act prudently as well.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to each other.
There's always something about people who mince their words. Kind of annoy me. If you're gonna say something, say it directly. Otherwise, I might want to punch you in the freaking neck. I say looking to very specific characters.
Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom.
Let's begin then.
Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy, Aglaya. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. A formidable opponent indeed. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
Is there any person present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kepali, guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? The shine to put the wool over her eyes and aid her in her savagery. So she is prepared to execute me, or she needs vassals who will do her bidding without question. Do her bidding, prepared to execute. I'm gonna save first.
I believe you're aware of Castorus the Executioner. Long before I returned to Akama, Aglaya had already dispatched her to monitor me. If I weren't able to reach this place in time, I would have been forced to meet Thanatos first. As compared to a comprehensive plan with uncertain results, if you decide to cut open my chest and remove the core flame, wouldn't that settle her nerves even more? Everything is in place. She just needs the right timing.
I understand what you mean. At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every oppressed citizen. However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed completely. The city will be burned to ashes, and the citizens' blood will be shed. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
I think where the garment maker is in this area, I'll have to think of it. Garnering my support is equivalent to garnering the support of the entire grove. Amen. Or like, feeling on there, so I will be the one to shatter Aglaya's self-righteousness. Garnering my support, I will be the one to shatter Aglaya's self-righteousness. What do these people want here? I'm gonna say one.
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view, it is an undeniable fact that ever since the Grove was attacked, I have become the de facto leader of the Grove. The Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya. And it's evident that the Academy wields considerable influence. At the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time. Of course, this also means that I will hold a crucial vote at the Citizens' Assembly.
For sure, indeed.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your sincere and valuable thoughts.
Does that mean I picked the right options? Probably. Do I know
At
what this means?
stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity.
Sincerity. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Fine.
The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
How absurd. My loyalty is unquestionable.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty is itself akin to a form of betrayal.
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, I am afraid that I must interrupt for a brief moment. As the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is currently on her way to Dawncloud.
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a slight overabundance of guests today.
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos heirs.
Buddy, how are you? You're cute.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. In any case, I'm glad that she's arriving here. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine, if Aglaya were to demand that I hand you over, what should I do?
What?
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No, more like 2 core flames. After all, at the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Why do you say that?
Oh? How can you be sure of that?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should be more worried about the impending threat.
There's a double meaning there.
If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke instead. Is this the outcome that you wish to see, Lady Kindness?
Fine. I will handle this matter appropriately.
Appropriately, she says.
But you do best to remember this. Fool the people and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time, but don't count on there being a next time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of souls.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one of my rare talents.
We shall see, then.
We shall see.
I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after, hmm?
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
They're not wrong.
Easy there. You'll learn the answer soon enough. I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlookers see most clearly. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches over everything.
I see. Thinking. We'll continue a little more.
An expected visitor.
I think we'll continue on with the Nexus POV, and then after we get to the end of it, I'll stop
you
for
could
now.
actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me to seek an audience with Kefali. I have no reason to refuse you, do I?
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to rule over Akama. She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that debate was not at all pointless.
Very true.
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. He might very well be plotting something nefarious against the Titan. Are you still willing to let him pass, knowing this?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kephalei's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the World-Bearer.
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak to a venerated Titan in person. Please, go ahead. Let me join you both on this journey. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kephalei once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the Holy Mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
You weren't even hiding. Okay, whatever you say. See treasure.
Go on ahead. Take this Yan's shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for you at its end.
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything. Not even my motive.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that your theory will be validated at the end of this journey.
Okay.
I believe Kephalei will not deprive you of your right to ask your question, especially now that you're on the brink of death. You must be closer to Kephalei than anyone else. Wouldn't you agree?
I hope things go as you say, then.
Putting a child of justice into a farcical world is bound to turn it upside down. It is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world which is on the brink of destruction.
Wrap.
Go melt it down.
Alright, let's see what we have here. Got it.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawncloud's peak.
I hear whispers.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you recognize the magnificence of us Titans?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. All they have are magnificent facades.
Facades.
And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful about getting useful clues from him.
There.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from you.
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time you get used to how I feel about things. Alright, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste here.
No time to waste. Uh-oh.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social interactions.
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall now?
I don't think she has a corporal body to do such a thing, though.
I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control over your body.
Wait. Who is that? Cersei's? Hey, look at that.
Huh? What should I be looking at?
Why was there another Cersei's?
Am I hallucinating? Or do we even get to see souls when we're close to dying?
Aren't you traveling with one right now, though? Oh. It's a butterfly.
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Oh, what do you know?
Nias. I know I've heard this name somewhere.
It's unfortunate. The Black Tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, couldn't escape the fate of destruction?
Hey, Cersei's. Do you know a certain Nias?
Nias? No, not that I remember. How did you even think up such a strange name?
Wonder.
I just saw him. Nias. A warrior-like figure who was just chatting with you here.
No, I have no such memory. Could you be hallucinating?
There's a lot going on.
I suppose I can just ignore this.
Whoa. Away we go! Oh?
You two again.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever reply to you?
Well, regrettably.
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod is a lot heftier than we thought.
Oh?
Kaos. Demigod. I've never heard of this person. Which Titan's authority did he inherit?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt he'd snub his old friends, would he?
No? Are these really these two? Or is it just a... Oh no. He doesn't know who Nias is.
Let's just hope we mean as much as the world to him.
Hey! Are you seeing that same hallucination again?
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but you're now talking about a certain Kaos. I'm guessing he's one of your companions?
Kaos? This name sounds just as strange to me.
What is happening?
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, then they aren't hallucinations, but...
Is it trickery?
The souls of people.
Oh.
What? But... if those are the souls of the dead, then what am I?
A lingering spirit?
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my dying moments.
Name.
Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights and hear more stories.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even I might not be able to save you.
Things are getting a bit... concerning, I think.
I'm fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing. Go melt it down.
That's not what I wanted.
So, we meet again. I'm sure you wouldn't mind a snooping ear.
Oh, there's a hand thing there.
Can you keep going?
Of course. I'm just... if I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come along with you.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
No, keep sharing your sarcasm.
I'm not getting anything of value from them.
I Would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom than exercise even a little. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist barbarians.
Calypso. She's one of the Seven Sages. A member of the Grove?
Oh, butterfly.
No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages.
That butterfly.
Hey, Circes. Does the name Calypso ring a bell? Circes?
Uh-oh.
They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Where's that butterfly?
Looks like I'm nearly there now. The land of the dead.
It's over there. I'll probably get to that a little later then.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
Devoted emissaries, heretical scholars, the lost wanderer and desperate outlaw. At the edge of divinity we took up in awe. In fleeting moment of terror, the long road behind fades from memory. Okay. Okay.
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question. But all of you make for a pleasant surprise, nonetheless. Very well then. Let me uncover the truth for myself. Did I still fail to make it in time? Huh? So, I'm back here again. This is... I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the Void world. A voice ready to tell me something. This time, the voice is a lot clearer than before.
Yes, and we've been waiting for quite some time now.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered us. The worst-case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world-bearing burden.
World-bearing burden.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area.
Who are you, I wonder?
And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear. Isn't that so?
I get it.
Yes. I have faith in him.
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
Interesting.
Everything that I see and hear this time has left me shaken to the core. What may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Circe's question. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer Circe's question and reclaim my body. But no, I will not do that. That isn't important.
What? Pardon?
Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, has been proved right this very instant.
Has it now?
Fusing a mortal soul with that of a titan to replace said titan is not a ludicrous idea after all.
Oh, shit. Alexa, what are you doing? And now we're doing Don Hung's POV. Oh boy, things are getting interesting, aren't they? However, hang on. I'll at least let the game load up. Give me a moment. Well, if not, then fine. Oh? Oh? Well, if it decides to load up, then awesome, but, I guess we can go through the, thing here real quick. Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
What are you thinking about?
Just amazed at how this towering tree is Circe's divine body. It's a majestic sight.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the great tree.
Merely something from the past I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Circe's. Their leaves and branches reflected the sparkling stars, and their trunk was like a pillar that supported the sky and ground. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could climb to the top of this tree, because I would be the closest I can be to the sky at that spot.
Come on. You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to the recent Titan. That's rather counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Circe's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themself.
Yes, I didn't count on provoking the ire of a local god.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Grey would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should have been there by his side.
Guess they forgot to change the thing for that one. That's in reference to Kalis, not Stell. Bad luck tends to come in streaks, so don't beat yourself up over it. Besides, Aglaya needs you here to uncover the truth behind what happened to the Grove. Let's just make the most out of this trip and keep a lookout for any documents related to the Death Titan. They could be useful to her.
Yeah, there's no rest for the weary, huh? In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Danny, with your skills, I'm sure those monsters born of the Black Tide will pose no threat to you anyway.
We'll see. What about you? Will you be alright on your own?
Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more faith in me. I'll be just fine.
Just fine. Hello, little sweetie. Aww. The silence in here is near deafening. With the vast amount of knowledge it holds, this academy is akin to the labyrinth of information. Even with the cleverest of scholars would easily lose their way in here. I should gather my thoughts before heading in. In the midst, Aquila, the Titan who reigns over... Hello, you're little. Sky, the colossal bird that overlooks the world beneath them with 100 eyes. As long as they continue to soar above the clouds, people of Amphorius will remain trapped on the ground. Hyacinth's forebears were priests who worshipped Aquila. No one is more familiar with the taboos of the sky than her. Being how Aglaya has sent her here as a guide, it's possible she plans to have Hyacinth take on a trial in the future. In Amphorius, Titans are a common topic of discussion. People create myths that in turn conceive Titans. It's a tricky task to keep an objective view when among the people of Amphorius. Is there a way to step out of this situation and look at it from a different perspective? Titans and eons? The Cryos heirs and demigods, the flame chase journey and the prophets. Let's say Titans and eons. Titans and eons are two distinct classes of beings. Titans can communicate with us humans, and it's not impossible for us to overpower them. Upon their demise, we even take onto their divinity. In this regard, Titans can be said to be a lot more similar to humans than eons are. Cryos heirs are humans who possess heroic qualities, with most of them demonstrating extraordinary combat prowess and strength. upon the core flame trial, a Cryos heir can even ascend to a demigod and inherit a Titan's divinity. Come on. Wait, something about that feels off. Is this a selection process of some sort? Guided by the prophecy, the heroes are on a quest to reclaim the core flames and usher in the Era Nova. Their efforts have seen gratifying results to date. As I expected, the prophecy is the hardest to make any sense of. But with barely any information to go on, no matter how much I ruminate on it, it won't yield any results. I should leave this for another time. Nobody could have ever imagined that life would be forfeited the moment we landed on Emphorius. Should have done more. It's not too late. We still have a fighting chance. The unique rules that govern the life and death of Emphorius might just work in our favor and save her. Grove is a full library of knowledge. Maybe they'll have records of a similar case. Please let there be one. The clock is ticking. I should turn and search for clues as I move. Alright, and as I stand, after all that dialogue, I am gonna quickly put Dan Hong in the lineup. Let's try. I'm gonna quickly. Oh, I can't check the details of the story version. Okay, where did I have mine at, by the way? Okay. I haven't leveled up some of these. Should probably do that later. The traces. Not great, not bad. I don't know what might be missing in the story version, but we'll use story Dan Hong today. We'll use the story version. Alright. But like I had just said, I think this is perhaps a good place to stop for now. Ah. If I can get to nothing when I take you. Hold up. Alright. So let's end it here for now. Thank you anyone that came by to watch me play the game for 3.2. I don't know what I was just saying, but okay. If you haven't already, please go check out the Discord in the pinned comments of this stream. There's also Blue Sky and other places I hang out, so follow me there as well. And if you haven't already, you should totally follow me here so you can be notified of when I go live. And I suppose that's just about everything I have to say, so until next time everybody, ja! Matane!